Hello, and thank you for purchasing the FITEC Quick Throw Cast Net. Over the next few minutes, you'll see how to have more fun with a cast net than you ever thought possible. First, let's take a close look at the design of your cast net. There's a ring in the center of the net. Around the outside edge are lead weights. The outside edge with the weights is connected by multiple braille lines that extend through the horn and ring to the hand line. At the end of the hand line is a loop that will attach to your wrist. When the cast net is thrown, it uses centrifugal force to fan the net open on its way to the point where it hits the water. The net is spun from the ring in the center, and the weights fly to the outside away from the center of rotation. Here's how you throw your net, step by step. Start by slipping the looped end of the hand line around your wrist, then loop the slack rope into your throwing hand. Pick up your cast net by the ring. Hang the ring from the fingertips of your throwing hand with your knuckles pointing out and on top. Notice the excess hand line is on top of the ring. With your opposite hand, grab the lead weight that is directly below your throwing hand, like this. Be sure to drape the entire portion of the lead line edge into your throwing hand along with the ring and rope. Now you're ready. Begin your throw from a dead stop position about 270 degrees from your target. During the first half of your turn, concentrate on gently forcing the weights to pull away from your body by turning as fast as possible without overpowering the net. With larger nets, the turn starts slower. When you're throwing the cast net correctly, you'll see centrifugal force cause the weights to fan out from the center as the net begins spinning faster. This is the critical moment for every throw. Now finish off the last quarter of a turn toward your target by powerfully whipping the weights into a high velocity spinning motion. Release the ring with a flick of your wrist as if you were releasing a discus. Let's see that again. That's all there is to it. Okay, now let's review. This time we'll spread out the net to give you another view. Look at the net as if it were a clock. With the hand line attached to your wrist and the slack coiled in your throwing hand, pick up the net by the ring at the 12 o'clock position. Use your opposite hand to follow the net directly below your throwing hand from the ring to the 12 o'clock position on the lead line edge of the net. Now drape this portion of the edge over the ring and hold it in place with the thumb of your throwing hand. Begin your throw from a dead stop position about 270 degrees from your target. During the first half of your turn, concentrate on gently forcing the weights to pull away from your body by turning as fast as possible without overpowering the net. Centrifugal force will cause the weights to fan out from the center as the net begins spinning faster. Remember, this is the critical moment. Finish the last quarter of a turn toward your target by powerfully whipping the weights into a high-velocity spinning motion. Release the ring with a flick of your wrist as if you were releasing a discus. It's just that easy. Here you see three pre-rigged nets, a 4-foot, a 5-foot, and a 6-foot, ready to be thrown. To pre-rig a net, you lay the lead line on the ring with the rope, and it's ready to go. We'll start with the 4-foot net and work our way up to the 6-foot net. Always remember to place the hand line around your wrist before you throw. Notice as the three nets are thrown how the spin begins slower with the larger nets and ends faster. With the 4-foot net, you line up with the target and begin your spin from a dead stop position. The bottom side of the net is facing your body. As you rotate your body, the weights begin to levitate. You want to make certain that the bottom of the net opens flat against the water. Concentrate on getting the mass of weights into the air and level with the ring during the first half of your spin. The last quarter of the turn just prior to release, centrifugal force takes over. Now, heave the net with the necessary force to reach your target, giving it a flick of your wrist as you release. This is a 5-foot net. Notice how you start your spin more slowly and finish it more quickly. Let's see that again. Now we'll throw the 6-foot net. Although it is physically larger than the other nets, you use the same technique. You start a little slower and spin it faster at the end of your rotation. And always use a smooth, fluid throwing technique. Never jerk the net. It's easy. You'll be throwing like a pro in no time. Now here's another technique for those short throws. Rig the net the same way as before for the one-handed throw. Only this time, face the bottom of the net away from your body toward the target. Use your opposite hand to grasp a portion of the weight line about 30 inches away from your pinky finger on your throwing hand. Look, this net is almost open already. Rotate your body back 3/4 of a turn and spread the net over your target, much like tossing a tablecloth over a round table. Remember, you're still essentially fanning the whole net out with your ring throwing hand. You should let the net gently pull away from your opposite hand that holds the lead line. With a little practice, you'll have this technique mastered in no time. Next, we'll talk you through another type of throw where you'll be casting your net backhanded with both hands. Many people feel this is the best technique for throwing larger nets. Unlike the sidearm overhanded discus-style throws you've seen so far, this two-handed throwing technique is accomplished underhanded. Use the technique demonstrated here in reverse if you're left-handed. Start by attaching the hand line of your large net around your throwing wrist and loop the slack into your hand. Pick up the ring with the horn pointing up like this. Raise your net with your left hand until it's fully extended and the mesh is taut. With your right hand, reach down to the bottom of the net by your right foot and pick up the lead line with your palm facing up. Raise your right hand with the lead line directly above the ring, grasping the ring underhanded with your fingers on the bottom and your thumb on the top. Notice how the lead line is now divided into 2 pieces hanging down. Remember, this time you'll be throwing your net underhanded, like throwing a large floppy frisbee. Position yourself for the throw. The first half of the turn lifts the weights and forces them away from your body. The last quarter turn, the weights are spun with force. Let's see that again. This should be an easy method for you to learn.